A 9-year-old girl suddenly felt like she was pregnant. Her belly got bigger day by day. She couldn't fit into her clothes anymore. Her mom went cold with fear, but she couldn't bring herself to believe it was pregnancy. She held her daughter and said it was probably just a stomach issue. She said medicine would fix it. That night, the girl ran to the bathroom. She grabbed the toilet and threw up non-stop. She gagged until she was shaking. It looked exactly like morning sickness. Her mom freaked out. She woke her husband up right away. They stayed up all night, wide awake. Neither of them could sleep. At sunrise, the dad drove her straight to the hospital. The girl lay in the back seat. Her belly was swollen like it might burst. The doctor ran a full set of tests. Then he said everything looked normal. He coldly tossed out one line. "It's just lactose intolerance. Just indigestion." The mom didn't buy it, but the doctor got more and more impatient. He told them to go somewhere else. The mother snapped. She grabbed the doctor's arm. She clenched her jaw and said, "Until you figure out what's happening to my daughter, I'm not leaving this hospital." The doctor had no choice. He called in the chief for another exam. This time, the results crushed the parents on the spot. The chief's face went deadly serious. She said the girl had an abdominal blockage. Basically, her intestines were twisted. If they didn't operate right now, she could die. Nurses rushed in to prep emergency care. A long tube had to go through her nose and into her stomach. The staff told the father to hold her down. The mother stood there. She watched her daughter thrash in pain, and she couldn't do anything to stop it. The surgery took a long time. The girl finally made it out of danger. But the doctor's next words sent them right back into despair. Her intestines twisted because her gut motility was abnormal. Her body could no longer digest food normally. There was no cure for it. She could only survive on liquid nutrition through a feeding tube. That meant one thing: she might never eat normally again. In that moment, the mother's world collapsed, but their love wouldn't let them quit. The mom started calling every doctor she could. The dad mortgaged the farm. He sold anything he could sell. They bet everything on a tiny sliver of hope. 6 months passed. Every call felt like it disappeared into the ocean. The answer was always the same: there's nothing we can do. The mom finally broke. She sat by the door, staring into space. She couldn't say a word. Then her older daughter walked up. She looked at her with disappointment. That's when the mother realized if she went down, this family was done. The next day, she wiped her tears. She flew to Boston with her daughter. She was chasing the country's most famous pediatric specialist. But reality hit hard. The doctor was too busy. The hospital said the wait would be 6 months. They had to walk away heartbroken. As they were about to go home, the phone suddenly rang. The hospital said they could be seen at 7 a.m. the next morning. Tears dropped from the mother's eyes. She felt hope finally show up. The next day, the doctor examined the girl carefully. He told the mother, "This can't be fully cured, but there's a special medication that can help her digest food again. It may even get her off the feeding tube. She might live close to normal." The mother finally exhaled, but the doctor warned her the side effects could be brutal. They had to come back every week. They had to monitor her heart rate. They also had to track her gut response. That meant constant trips back and forth to Boston. The flights were insanely expensive. The medical bills felt bottomless. This family was nearly wiped out, but the mother pushed through anyway. She said even if it cost everything, she would save her daughter. After treatment started, the girl finally smiled, because she could eat again, but it didn't last. The side effects kept getting worse. Her stomach pain became brutal. At night, she rolled in bed in agony. She cried out for her mom. "It hurts so bad. I want to go to heaven." "Maybe it won't hurt there." The mother held back tears. She stroked her head and said, "Baby, if you go to heaven, there will be a hole in my heart forever." The girl nodded through tears. "I'm sorry, Mom," she said. "I'm just so tired." From that day on, she refused the medicine. She wouldn't even bathe. She stopped cooperating with treatment. The mother was breaking too. She called her husband and sobbed, "We're done. Bring her home." On discharge day, the doctor hugged the girl. He forced a smile, but his eyes looked helpless. He said what humans can do is only try their best. After they got home, the girl fell into deep depression. Every day she sat by the door, staring. She barely spoke. Her sister tried to cheer her up. She pulled her into the yard and said they should climb a tree like when they were little. The girl hesitated, then smiled and agreed. They climbed the old tree. Sunlight fell across her face through the leaves. In that moment, she hadn't smiled that brightly in a long time. But fate wasn't done. A branch snapped. The girl screamed and fell into a tree hole. She got wedged inside a deep pit. It was nearly 3 stories deep. Firefighters rushed in. The mother dropped to her knees under the tree, hands clasped, crying so hard she couldn't speak. She begged again and again, "Please save my daughter." She kept praying until everyone was moved by her. Firefighters, neighbors, and reporters all gathered behind her. They stood shoulder to shoulder and prayed together. 9 hours later, the girl was finally pulled out. She lay on a stretcher, covered in dust, but she was still breathing. The doctors checked her and froze. After falling nearly 3 stories, she had no broken bones, no internal injuries, not even visible scrapes. Even stranger, a few days later, her belly went down. Her appetite came back. The pain disappeared. Doctors ran tests again. The report showed she was fully recovered. Her intestines were functioning normally. That unexplainable illness was simply gone. The media swarmed in. They called it a miracle. The mother was invited on stage to tell her story. She smiled, with tears in her eyes. She said she wasn't sure if it was divine, but she believed miracles really do happen in this world. She said miracles don't just fall from the sky. Miracles come from kindness and love in people, like the waiter who quietly paid their bill, like the front desk worker who squeezed them into an appointment, like the stranger who gave her a warm smile when she was breaking. In that moment, the mother finally understood. The real miracle isn't in heaven. The real miracle is in what people choose to do. And in every hand that reaches out, maybe God stays silent, but love keeps answering, because love is the greatest miracle in this world.